So a president is required to enforce, especially a clear law, whether he or she likes it or not. They take an oath to uphold the Constitution, to uphold the law. And if they fail to do that, then they violated their oath and they have violated the Constitution. The impeachment clause kicks in. Has Joe Biden upheld federal immigration law? No. Has Joe Biden violated federal immigration law? Yes. Well, what about his effort, and more than effort, the fact of his circumventing a Supreme Court decision that says under separation of powers, Mr. Biden, as president, you don't have the authority to forgive student loans to the tune of maybe $1 trillion. His family had introductions to enemy states and some allies, to front corporations, from which his family benefited to the tune of anywhere from $30 million to $50 million. There's simply no question that it not only is worthy of an impeachment inquiry, in my view, it's worthy of an impeachment trial at this point.
All right. So, Claudia, Levin, who's a very smart guy, is saying impeachment potential regarding breaking of the immigration laws at the border and the student loans, when the Supreme Court said, no, you can't cancel the student loans. You don't have that executive authority. That's a legislative mandate. And then finally, the Biden stuff, where all of the phony LLCs might have taken in $30 to $50 million. You're involved in the oversight for the Ways and Means Committee. I'm concerned that, a battle over the speaker's chair and this and that will take away the whole impeachment inquiry intensity. But do you agree with Levin that these charges are there, they're real, and will this campaign continue on the Republicans' part?
Yes, I think we need to continue to do that. Now, remember, Afghanistan, I've assessed that is also an impeachable offense. The way that Biden pulled out of Afghanistan, left 13 of our service members to die, and then dealing with the border, violating our laws. Like, the primary role of the federal government is border security and national defense. He is abject in those issues. Now, when you get to what happened, uncovered thanks to the whistleblowers, we got this information out of the IRS. And you have obstruction of justice because his own DOJ, Department of Justice, dirty cop Merrick Garland, representatives like Leslie Wolf in Delaware have been trying to prevent this information from coming forward. That was part of the key issue. Also showing that there was influence peddling. There is bribery from the Biden administration with the testimony come from Shulkin. The FBI informant Chuck Grassley put out corroborates a lot of this testimony. And you're looking, all these things are happening with Biden, and yet this is what we need to focus on. Going after Biden and making sure we uphold justice, have a one system of justice, equal justice under the law for everyone, and also making sure that our constitutional laws are carried out through the presidency and his unique executive powers. Mark Levin is exactly right. And we should be doing this instead of focusing on personality conflicts that are going on the House side. We have a very slim majority. This is all we have to save this country and to come back to sanity and common sense, to get ourselves back to self-governance, away from the authoritarian regimes that are being forced on us by the Democrats. You and I come from an authoritarian state. I'm from New York State. So I feel the oppression of government every day, the authoritarianism. That is exactly the model that the Democrats are using on the national level, whether some of them realize it or not. The leadership does. We have got to focus on the issues. Impeachment has got to happen. And we've got to focus on really just upholding the credibility of the United States when dealing with what Joe Biden has done to undermine these institutions to enrich himself.
Yeah, the influence peddling, too. All right, Claudia Tenney, thank you very, very much. That was a nice chunk for this show. We appreciate it.